With a third federal stimulus check on the way and the Golden State stimulus recently passed into law, many who are homeless still struggle to get this much-needed assistance.
It's very hard to get the information out here because, people move or can't afford the newspaper.
Michelle Lyons has been living in an encampment under the I-5 overpass in Sacramento for 3 years. When we spoke to her 2 weeks after it passed, she hadn't heard anything about the Golden State stimulus. She said information usually only gets to her community one way.
Word of mouth, practically.
Michelle said she's on Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, which does qualify her for the $600 check from the state. Here at ABC 10, we stand for you, and many of you have asked us how to get your stimulus check if you're homeless. We asked California Department of Finance Representative H.D. Palmer, who told us that if you're experiencing homelessness, you are eligible for the Golden State stimulus if you are currently receiving assistance from California Work Opportunity and Responsibility to Kids, Supplemental Security Income, State Supplementary Payment, or Cash Assistance Program for Immigrants.
While it's a really good intention stimulus package, the impact on our guests who so desperately need that extra income is huge. It just creates yet another situation where they can't access help that they so desperately need.
Shannon Dominguez-Stevens is the director of Mary House at Sacramento Loaves and Fishes. She says that many of their homeless guests either aren't on these assistance programs or don't qualify for them.
We're trying to remove all of the barriers for low-income folks, particularly homeless folks, that are trying to access our social safety net programs to do so.
State Assemblyman David Chu wrote AB 2520, which went into effect January of this year. The law requires healthcare providers to give medical records to nonprofits free of charge. Chu says this should help more eligible people get connected to existing benefit programs like the ones that qualify for the Golden State stimulus. If you aren't on these programs, to get the Golden State stimulus, you need to be earning less than $30,000 a year and claim the California Earned Income Tax Credit or file with an individual taxpayer identification number. As for federal stimulus checks, the IRS tool for non-filers cut off last November, but you can still receive last year's checks by claiming the Recovery Rebate Credit on a 2020 tax return. For this most recent $1,400 check, you'll also have to file 2020 taxes, and you can file with no income. Access to computers can be limited right now because of social distancing rules. However, if you can get a computer appointment at a public library or use a smartphone, the IRS website has a list of links to free file options. You can also try making an appointment with IRS Volunteer Income Tax Assistance in your area. For the Sacramento area, only offices in Yolo County have appointments left at this time.
It's hurdle after hurdle, really.
The final hurdle for many, if you don't have direct deposit, where can you send that stimulus money if you don't have a fixed address? The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau suggests the following. Ask a shelter, nonprofit, place of worship, friend or relative if they can serve as your address. Use a post office box or rent a personal mailbox if you have the means. As a last resort, you can contact a post office in your area and see if they'll hold your mail as general delivery. In the meantime, Michelle hopes to see her Golden State stimulus check in the coming months. She says that money could help her fix the transmission on her car so she can get around more easily, or just not have to go hungry as often.
God, I only eat one meal a day. How much can you try to save?